Jam is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower and emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder. And go higher. We need your energy. So get up. Get down. Every clap. Every cheer.
This is your house.
This is your moment. We can feel it.
We can hear you.
OKC, Oklahoma. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Oklahoma City. Are you ready?
You ready for Monster Jam?
Oklahoma City, this is Monster Jam!
Oklahoma City, welcome to Monster Jam! And we're kicking it off with our very first competition full of so much adrenaline, JCB Racing, where our 8 superstars have seeded their seat into the bracket by a random draw. We start out with 8, then we get down to 4 semifinalists, but we're looking for those fastest 2 that want those 8 crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here tonight. So OKC, who's ready for JCB Racing?
And introducing your first competitor from Oak Harbor, Washington. Give it up for Carson Williams in Thunderoris. And his opponent from Fullerton, California. Make some noise for Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. These two have raced twice before this year, and they split the series 1-1. Tiebreaker now as we go on green. And your winner, Thunder Roris. As we take a look back here, we can see Megalodon hitting that turn pole. That is a disqualification. So one more time, folks, as we take a look up at the JCB Racing bracket. So one more time, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, Thunder Roris moved on in the JCB Racing competition. Because Megalodon hit the turn pole, that is a disqualification. So Megalodon does not move forward. Thunder Roris does, however, into the semifinals and will compete for an opportunity to get into the finals in the next round of the JCB Racing competition. Thunder Roris has taken 2 wins over the past series so far. As we move on to our next race, introducing the first competitor from Cadillac, Michigan. Let's hear it for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. And his opponent from Whittier, California. Give it up for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. These two are also split 3-3 when they have faced off against each other. 2 of our highest scoring competitors. This one could be for all the marbles, folks. As El Toro Loco and Jurassic Attack find themselves in number 2 and 3 in the series points total. So a win or a loss here could change a lot. And your winner, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. And take a look back at that replay. Armando Castro just gliding through that track to make his way to the semifinals. And as we start our third race of the first round, JCB Racing, we introduce our first driver from Rockport, Texas. Let's hear it for Alex Barden in Earthshaker. And his opponent from Williamsport, Maryland. Make some noise, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Alex Barden is up 3-1 over Gravedigger, but Gravedigger coming off a BKT overall event win. And that one was too close to call. So we're going to go to replay here and see if we can figure it out. Take a look here. As both drivers are close, but it's Gravedigger who gets one up this time around and moves on to the semifinals. As Matt Cody hoping to repeat earlier today's success with an early win in JCB Racing. And in our final first round race, first up, from Huntington, West Virginia, give it up for Cliff Turner in Velociraptor. And his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, let's hear it for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Velociraptor, one of the few trucks to have a win over Blake Granger. Could he repeat the success? And your winner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger has to feel good about that one after struggling in JCB Racing earlier on today. As we take a look back at that bracket to see how we got to the semifinals, Thunderosaurus getting past Megalodon after a DQ, but El Toro Loco getting one over on Jurassic Attack after they were split in their series getting into today. Gravedigger putting away Earth Shaker in a hotly contested run there. Gravedigger barely getting by, but barely's good enough. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian making good after a tough morning of events, getting into the second round of JCB Racing. And we now have our final four as we head to the semifinals.
Oklahoma City, welcome to the semifinal round of JCB Racing. We started out with 8 superstars and now we're down to the fastest 4. But we're looking for those fastest 2 that want those 8 crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here tonight. So OKC, who's ready for more adrenaline and more JCB Racing?
As we get ready to start this semi-final matchup in the JCB Racing, the winner of this race will move on to the finals, so there is a lot on the line between these two. Both of these individuals have seen success over the course of the series in JCB Racing, both with 2 wins apiece in racing. And introducing first, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco will be taking on Carson Williams in Thunderosaurus. We've got 2 amber lights. We've got 3. We've got 4. Go on green. And your winner, El Toro Loco, Armando Castro. As you take a look back at that replay, we see Thunderosaurus disqualified hitting the turn pole, showing that smooth is fast when it comes to JCB Racing. As El Toro Loco moves on to the finals of the JCB Racing competition, will have a chance at the first 8 points in the BKT Overall Event Championship. But we have 1 truck. Now we have to figure out who the second truck will be in the JCB Racing competition. As we get the track reset, that turn pole has been an issue for a number of drivers. We'll see if it continues to be as we get deeper into the competition. And introducing our first competitor, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And his opponent, Matt Cody in Gravedigger. As they pull up to the line and go on green. That was a close one, folks. So we've got to go to replay. That one was too close to call. But let me know what you think as we see both trucks get really close there. Your winner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. By a whisker, Monster Mutt Dalmatian makes it through, and the top 2 drivers in our series standings find themselves face-to-face once again in JCB Racing Finals.
We started out with 8 superstars, and now we're down to the fastest 2. They're battling it out for those 8 crucial points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship here tonight. So, OKC, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing final contenders?
Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And his opponent, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. And your winner is Monster Mutt Dalmatian. You just take a look at the control Blake Granger has over that Monster Jam truck. And having a little fun getting up onto the pod, and why not? After a tough start to the day earlier, coming back strong and winning JCB Racing and improving that 77.78%. Blake Granger, I know you're feeling good about that one after this morning, getting that JCB Racing win. And it sounds like Oklahoma City is feeling good about that one too. And the little flair that Blake adds as he gets up onto the pod, a little hop up there. I want to hear from the guy who just won, so we're going to send things down to Karina Encarnacion to get a word.
Man, oh man, Blake Granger, no one drives this Monster Jam pup like you do. After a tough afternoon, you're on top right now. So what is the strategy going on?
Man, you know, earlier was rough. And like I always tell everyone every weekend, when you get knocked down, you get back up, you keep fighting, and you don't give up. You believe in yourself, and you get right where you belong. #1 spot, JCB Racing, having fun right here in OKC in the Loud City, baby.
That's right. And of course, we're coming up to another very interesting competition, the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, which you also tend to excel at every time we see you on the track. So what are you going to be doing? Maybe something new for all of the OKC fans?
Man, I'm pretty sure I got last place earlier in Two-Wheel Skills. Messed up my transmission. I missed reverse. That never happens, man. That's one thing I'm consistent at, is the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. I've been able to compete at the World Finals the last 2 years in Two-Wheel Skills, and that's because we don't suck at it. So you know what, OKC? I am going to give it everything I got right here tonight. For you beautiful Monster Jam fans, I got my motocross family in the house. I got my beautiful girlfriend in the house with her family. It's Valentine's Day. I love you, babe. We're just going to have fun. Let's go. Yeah.
There you have him, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
As we take a quick look over at the leaderboard, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Blake Granger clearly in a great mood after that big win, 8 points at #1. El Toro Loco, 7 points, getting second place there. Tied at third, Gravedigger Thunder Roar is splitting the score 4-4 and rounding out the top 8. We have Earthshaker, Jurassic Attack, Megalodon, and Velociraptor with 2 points apiece to round out the field. Nice little combo there from Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. Little stoppy into a moonwalk back up to the pod. She's got one more attempt remaining. Let's see what Ashley Sanford has up her fin.
She's hungry for points. Let's make some noise for Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. And now, OKC, it is your time to shine. We're going to need your help to see what score we're going to give Ashley Sanford in Megalodon. So scan that QR code and head on over to judgeszone.com. Enter the code OKC, hit that yellow submit button, and slide that BKT tire up or down to the number of your choosing. And remember, you only have 20 seconds to get your scores locked in.
The scores are locked in, and the score for Ashley Sanford and Megalodon is 6.827 to set the pace for the two-wheel skills competition. Ashley Sanford, a favorite here in Monster Jam, as we see this stoppy coming off the pod. Not enough just for that. Goes for a little mini combo there, moonwalking it back up the ramp before hitting this popper back up on the pod and holding it there for a nice, clean two-wheel skills challenge. Our next competitor, make some noise for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. Hitting that stoppy, going into that moonwalk combo, back up the pod. One more attempt remaining for Timmy Two Wheels. What does he have planned here? I direct everyone to the big screen as it looks like Tim Hall Jr. doing a balancing act.
The Triceratops is on a rampage. It's Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Scoring is now open. OKC, you have 20 seconds to get your scores locked in for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack.
I can't begin to describe how difficult what this man just did was. He was on the edge of that pod, the truck tilted to the side, managing to hold it in place, Herculean effort, and to make something great out of that two-wheel skills run. The scores are locked, and the score to beat is 6.827. The score for Jurassic Attack is 9.081. We have a new number one breaking the 9-point barrier. Jurassic Attack. Let's go back and look at this thing of beauty. Hitting that stoppie, walking it forward, and just taking it for a stroll through the park before coming up here for this popper up onto the pod. And again, you see just the control here, even as the truck is tilted to the side, holding it up. But our next competitor is Alex Barden in Earthshaker. That popper on top of the pod with picture-perfect verticality. Alex Barden knows how to get that pinpoint on the nose of that Monster Jam truck straight down. One more attempt remaining as Alex Barden looks to try to secure his first Two-Wheel Skills Challenge win of the season. He's been close many times, but he's eyeing that opportunity here as he approaches the ramp.
Let's get those scores locked in for Alex Barden, Earthshaker. Pulling out all the stops for you, OKC. You have 20 seconds to get your scores locked in now.
Alex Barden, always on the cusp of winning the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Yet to take it home, though, as OKC's liking what they saw. But will the scores reflect that? Alex Barden holding up that steering wheel, an unnecessary accessory when you're as good as Alex Barden is, keeping that truck straight up and down. Scores are locked. Score to beat 9.081. Score for Earthshaker is 8.017. Good enough for second place so far in the competition. And I want to go back and walk through what we saw here. This truck, straight up and down, Earthshaker, held right in the center there. The precision of Earthshaker, it's a deceptive name, Earthshaker, but he's able to hold that truck perfectly still. As we see the discarded steering wheel. No steering wheel needed when you're Alex Barden. Our next competitor, make some noise for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. hitting that popper. One attempt remaining for Velociraptor. And Velociraptor's someone who isn't scared to take risks. You see the energy that Cliff Turner got that popper with. Popping up there, I call it a little hip-hop hooray. As Velociraptor circles his prey to see what's next on his final attempt in two-wheel skills.
Put your claws together for Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Scoring is now open. Head on over to judgeszone.com and lock your scores in now. Use the code OKC.
Cliff Turner, someone who, as I said before, in a unique position to be able to really take some risks. Looked like went for a stoppie at the end there. Didn't quite pull it off, but you got to love the heart of someone like Cliff Turner, who is always trying to go for that big move, for that slam dunk. I always say someone who's more about making moments at this point in the competition, as he awaits the scores here from Oklahoma City. The scores are locked, and the score for Velociraptor is 4.487. As we get a round of applause here in OK City for Cliff Turner, they appreciate the effort here as we see that energetic popper to kick off this two-wheel skills challenge run. A nice maneuver, a nice way to get things going for Cliff Turner.
OKC, I'm standing by with my friend Aubrey, and she's going to help tell you who's coming up next. So, who's coming up next in the competition?
Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
That's right, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Big moonwalk back across the pod. One hit remaining after that attempt. Something you can always expect from Blake Granger is tons of energy and tons of action. You see Blake wave those back tires, saying hello to you, OKC. Giving you a little wave. Everyone wave back to Blake Granger.
Begging for bones, it's Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. OKC, you have 20 seconds. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com.
Blake Granger making it look easy. I think you could have held that thing up there for 7 years. He could do that all day. Blake Granger with that combo to seal things off here in the two-wheel skills challenge. He's already won 10 of these. The scores are locked. Score to beat 9.081, but the score for Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, is 9.405. You gotta love that in the 405, the 9.405 for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Look at this, just moon hopping back over the pod. As we see this going back up on those back two BKT tires and just walking it forward. Just a stroll through the park for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Now, Oklahoma City, our next driver has something they'd like to say. And first attempt from El Toro Loco. Not sure he got everything he wanted, but he still has another attempt. OKC, let's hear it for Armando as he looks to seal the deal on this two-wheel skills. Armando Castro has won 6 two-wheel skills challenge competitions so far this season.
The crazy bull giving it all he's got, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Time to head on over to judgeszone.com because scoring is now open. You have 20 seconds.
What I love about Armando Castro is he never gives up. Don't think he was able to get everything he wanted from that first attempt. But look at my guy right here saying something maybe went wrong with the truck. We'll have to figure out. But that big sky wheelie showing the heart of Armando Castro keeps beating no matter what's broken. Giving us a big sky wheelie going old school. The scores are locked, and the score for Armando Castro El Toro Loco is 7.795. Good enough for fourth place. We see in this replay here that's that start looking for that moonwalk, wasn't able to get enough oomph on it to get up over the ramp. Made up for lost ground though with that big sky wheelie, showing that no cowboy can ride that bull. But now it's time, OKC, to make some noise for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Hitting that popper up on the pod. One more attempt remaining. Matt Cody, that cowboy, hitting that popper. What else does Gravedigger have? You never know what to expect with a Gravedigger run. Expect the unexpected. What does Matt Cody have for us? As he lines up to the ramp. Scoring is now open, locking those scores for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. A clutch combo at the end of that two-wheel skills run. Hitting the popper, walking it back, popping up again, just doing a little bit of everything, but that's Matt Cody for you. Nothing this man can't do. As he promised to take it out on that hood of that Gravedigger truck, we're seeing just what he meant by driving that thing as hard as he can. Scores are locked. Score to beat 9.405. The score for Gravedigger is 9.110. Can't get mad at that. Good enough for second, breaking the 9-point plane. I mean, look at this. Just forcing that truck up the way only Gravedigger can. Giving the truck a little nose job to make sure that he gets a new hood after this event. And coming down off the pod there. Gravedigger always entertaining. Always must-see TV. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Carson Williams in Thunder Roaris. Two-Wheel Skills Challenge is a real opportunity location for Carson Williams, someone who's been in the hunt in every event. As we see inside the truck there with that camera shot, the control that Carson Williams has. I mean, look at that. Just cool hand, Luke. Steady hand. Getting that popper up on top of the pod. Still another attempt for Carson Williams in Thunder Roaris. Back up on the pod. What do we got? Scoring is now open. Lock them in and make some noise. Carson Williams, Thunder Roaris. Carson Williams, again, showing us how much control he has over that Monster Jam truck. Someone who has yet to win the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, but is always in that conversation And it's easy to see why when you see that control up on the pod, but then that ability to get off of the pod, off of that ramp, and get the truck up there as well. Stoppy, popper, whatever you want to go with. And Carson's feeling good about that run, I think. Scores are luck. Score to beat, 9.405. The score for Thunder Roars is 8.072. That means your winner, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Blake Granger, 10 two-wheel skills championship wins so far this season. Make it 11 after today. I can't wait to hear what he has to say, going so well so far today. Karina, get a word from the champ.
Blake Granger, you are in your redemption arc here this evening. You're already 2 for 2, and we still got one more competition left. It seems like the luck is on your side today.
100%, man. It's crazy. Like I said earlier, it just wasn't our day. But to be here and take JCB Racing Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, my first time right here in OKC. I'm not too far down the road in good old Louisiana, and I'm just having a blast this weekend. Win or lose, it's always a good time here at Monster Jam.
It definitely is. And of course, like we mentioned, we're coming up on our very last competition, one that you happen to be a World Finals champion in, which is Freestyle. How much more rowdy is this pup gonna get?
100%, man. We almost won Freestyle earlier today, and we didn't do a backflip. I don't know what's about to happen here tonight, but I can promise you one thing. This dog's hungry, and this dog's about to rock the Loud City right here in OKC. So I want you guys on your feet making noise. But hey, I got one question for you, and I want to hear you guys barking. Where my dog's at? Hoo, hoo.
There you have it, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Coming up first to the ramp, make some noise for Taylor Adams. Our second rider hitting the ramp, Cody McDonough. Up next, make some noise for Dean Pate. And last but not least, Jared LaRue. So what do you say, OKC? Make some noise for Freestyle Motocross! We still got 2 more laps to go. Let me hear ya! A cliffhanger by Taylor Eddins. We've got a whip from Cody McDonough. A cliffhanger from Dean Pate. A double-handed seat grab from Jared LaRue. One more round. Let's see what they've got, OKC. OKC, they are ready, they are warmed up, but I have a question. Do you want some more? Then more is what you're gonna get, because it's time for the best trick competition of Freestyle Motocross. where each one of our superstars will take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other, giving you their best stylish trick. And we're going to need your help to determine who will win the best trick competition by using those smartphones and heading over to judgeszone.com, locking in those scores for each one of our superstars. So, Oklahoma City, who's ready for the best trick competition?
Introducing your first competitor in the best trick competition from Marietta, California. Let's hear it for Taylor Eddins. He's riding that Yamaha 450. What does he have in store for all of us?
Let's get those scores locked in for Taylor Eddins. Kicking things off in the best trick competition, head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his opening trick.
Take a look at that opening trick, by the way. Kicking those legs up over to the side, over his head, in the sky. What more could you ask for from a best trick competition trick? Scores are locked, and the score for Taylor Eddins is 7.678 to set the bar for the best trick competition. Our next competitor from Ravensdale, Washington. Let's hear it for Cody McDonough. Riding that electric Starkvarg motorcycle.
Make some noise for Cody McDonough! With our incredible backflip, head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought compared to Taylor Eddins.
As we go back through that jump, I mean, a backflip, kicking the legs out, split leg style, and still getting that electric motorcycle back down to the ramp in time. Scores are locked, and the score for Cody McDonough is 8.108, and we have a new leader in the clubhouse. Cody McDonough takes the #1 spot so far in the best trick competition. But our next competitor from Paso Robles, California, let's hear it for Dean Pate. And he wants to hear you get loud, Oklahoma. He's been riding for 7 years with Monster Jam, 10 years professionally, and he's about to bring all that experience to the ramp for all of you.
Put your hands together for Dean Pate with the heel clicker backflip. Nice variation. Head on over to judgeszone.com and let him know what you thought of his backflip compared to Cody's.
Heel clicker, backflip, bringing both feet up over his head, clicking them too, looking like Spider-Man swinging through the air, but carrying a motorcycle while he does it. Scores are locked, and the score for Dean Pate is 9.081, taking over the #1 spot in the best trick competition. And our last competitor, coming to us from Phoenix, Arizona, make some noise for Jared LaRue. He's pumping you up so he can pump up that ramp. Let's hear it for Jared LaRue as he takes to the sky.
Scoring is now open for Jared LaRue with that incredible whip. What did you guys think about that one? Head on over to judgeszone.com and let them know you have 20 seconds.
Somehow, some way, Jared LaRue able to get that bike completely perpendicular to the ramp, mid-air, and somehow change momentum, bring it back straight on to land smoothly. The scores are locked, and the score for Jared LaRue is 8.923, good enough for second. That means your winner of the FMX Best Trick competition is Dean Pate.
Congratulations. But okay, see, we're not done yet. Do you want some more? Well, it's time for the grand finale of Freestyle Motocross, where 4 superstars will take to the skies and fly from one side of the arena to the other in a single file train formation. Now remember, we only have one rule here. The louder you get, the higher they fly. So let's get ready, because they're about to fly. Very nice whip train from the boys. Now, Oklahoma City, I want you guys to get so loud. You blow the roof off of the Paycom Center. I want the entire state of Oklahoma to hear you. They're coming up to the ramp. Get loud. Blow the roof off. Let Oklahoma hear you. That was pretty good. Now, Oklahoma City, they want to hear you, and so do I. One more time. One more time. Let them hear you. You know what? It's Valentine's night. You guys asked so nicely. You became our Valentines. They heard you. One more time. Let's give it up one final time for Freestyle Motocross. That's right, Oklahoma City. Let's give it up for Freestyle Motocross. Taylor Eddins, Cody McDonough, Jared LaRue, and of course, making his way up to the pod, your best trick winner, Dean Pate. And now, Dean, you have such an array of tricks. You always pick something new and innovative every time I've seen you. So what made you choose to do the trick that you did?
Man, honestly, Oklahoma City, I'm coming back from a really bad injury on my shoulder. Tonight, you guys are super loud. Jared LaRue's throwing down some big old whips, but I decided to pull one of my bigger tricks, backflip heel clicker, out for you guys. But Oklahoma City, what'd you guys think?
Honestly, it doesn't even show that you were injured. You definitely picked up the momentum, picked up the pace. It's like you were never gone from Arena Championship Series West. So what is the game plan for the rest of the weekend? Because we have one more event tomorrow. Do you think you can take the win?
Man, honestly, if I have your guys' support behind me like tonight, I have no doubt I could take tomorrow. I just got to hold Jared LaRue off my back. I'm going to go back tonight, ice up, get a nice warm shower in, and get ready for tomorrow's competition because it's stiff, as you guys can see. But Oklahoma City, thank you for putting me on top and making me number one tonight. Yeah!
That's right. Give it up one more time. Your best trick competition winner, Dean Pate. Reached the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. laying it all out on the line is Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com. You know what to do, OKC. Lock your scores in now.
Cliff Turner, driver of Velociraptor. I call him the moment hunter because everything he's doing right now is just looking for those big moments on the series. And we saw a few of them here in that freestyle run just now as he looks to try to claw to get any points he can from you, the OKC fans, on Judges Zone. As Cliff, the scores are locked, and the score for Velociraptor is 6.263, setting the tone for the freestyle competition. Cliff Turner, Velociraptor. Let's hear it for him one more time, everybody. Let's take a look back. And I talk about those big moments and that big air to kick things off in this freestyle competition. And OKC, I hear you making noise. Get loud for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Esos cuernos al aire para Armando Castro, el Toro Loco. It's time to lock your scores in now for the Crazy Bull. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Use the code OKC.
That is less a truck and more a wild animal. Did you see the way that thing was bucking around there out on the track, throwing the dirt up and getting that big air like only a crazy bull can? Armando Castro hitting us with a signature freestyle. The scores are locked, and the score for Armando Castro Toro Loco is 8.588. As we have a new number one in the rankings of freestyle. And ladies and gentlemen, here at Oklahoma City, we'd like to ask everyone one last time to take a look up at the screen and scan the QR code for the opportunity to donate to St. Jude. Something that is very important to us here at Monster Jam is always giving back. And every penny that is donated goes to the families at St. Jude so that kids and families don't have to pay for travel, for treatment, for food, for anything when they're going through the worst possible times. And something we always like to say here is that whether it's $1, 50 cents, whatever, if everyone here donated something, if everyone here donated $1, we could raise $10, $12, $14,000 to help an incredible cause. As you take a look at the side here, we have the leaderboards for Jude ambassador of the event so far. So if you want to put the driver's name next to your donation, it's just a fun little competition to see which of our drivers can get the most for their St. Jude donations. It's the final chance you have to support your driver and support an amazing cause in St. Jude. Scan the code now. Backflip.
This is why he is your reigning World Finals Freestyle Champion, Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Scoring is now open. You have 20 seconds to get your scores locked in for Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
I can't believe scores are locked. Score to beat 8.588. The score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian is 9.706. I mean, take a look at this. Morgan and Morgan backflip. Bounces right onto the top two BKT tires. Doesn't matter if it's freestyle, doesn't matter if it's two-wheel skills, doesn't matter if it's JCB racing. Blake Granger, you are a madman. That was an incredible freestyle run from Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And OKC, your next driver has something that they would like to say.
Oklahoma City, it's time for Monster Jam Freestyle. Earth Shaker's about to hit the track. Let's shake it up.
Tearing up the track, it's Alex Barton, Earthshaker. Scoring is now open. OKC, you have a very important job. It's time to get your scores locked in at judgeszone.com.
Still searching for his first freestyle win of the season. Alex Barton, though, has been putting up some incredible runs, living up to the name Earthshaker by throwing that earth around. Big air, great hair, Alex Barton right there. The scores are locked, and the score for Alex Barton in Earthshaker is 6.625, enough to hold down that third spot so far in the freestyle competition. Take a look at that big air from the big Earthshaker, rattling the earth as it lands down on the pod with authority, but continuing to whip that truck around, throwing that dirt into the air. Our next competitor, let's hear it for Carson Williams in Thunder Roaris.
Let's make some noise for our dancing dino, Carson Williams, Thunder Roaris. Time to get your scores locked in. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Scan the QR code on the video board.
Getting that truck dancing like only Carson Williams can. Left 6 seconds up on the clock before it looks like the truck stopped him. But I think that Carson Williams did a pretty good job of throwing some mud around and getting that truck in the air and doing a pretty darn good freestyle. Don't you guys think, Oklahoma City? Carson Williams, you gorgeous Saurus in Thunder Roaris. And that's the kind of person Carson Williams is, going right in there to look at how to fix that truck up and get it ready to continue to compete in the event. As the score for Carson Williams, 6.971, good enough for third place so far in the competition.
I'm standing by with a brand new friend of mine. Tell OKC your name.
Chasten.
Love that. So we're going to play an awesome game called St. Jude Helmet Shuffle. We're going to look up at the video board. There's a trophy, 3 helmets. We're going to cover the trophy. We're going to mix them up, and I want you to tell me which helmet has which trophy. Keep your eyes on the prize. OKC, it's time for a helmet shuffle. Did you catch that? Don't take your eyes off it. Oh, here we go. I'm seeing a lot of answers. I think my friend already knows. Which one is it?
3.
He says 3. I don't know, man. Is 3 your final answer?
Yes.
All right, he says 3. Okay, see, it was number 3. Very good job. And for getting it right, you're taking home your own Earth Shaker. And stick around because we still got a lot more Monster Jam Freestyle coming your way.
Monster Jam fans, we have an incredible announcement to make regarding St. Jude. Our St. Jude ambassador of the event is none other than Blake Granger, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give yourselves a round of applause for contributing to such a good cause. Now, it's never too late to donate to St. Jude, so if you want to, keep on donating. But for now, we're going to get back to the action out here on the track.
That's right. I have my friends, Kaysen and Ashley, and they're ready to tell me, hey, you guys, who's coming up next?
Megalodon!
That's right, Ashley Sanford, Megalodon! Circles around the competition. It's Ashley Sanford, Megalodon. Okay, see, you know what to do. If you'd like to feed our friendly fish an awesome treat, lock your scores in now for her at judgeszone.com.
Big air, Ashley Sanford taking out the pod, getting so much air. Megalodon taking a bite out of the track, keeping something for herself with that incredible run. Those scores are locked. Scored 9.706, and the score for Megalodon is 8.494, taking that third place spot so far in the competition. Look at this air as this truck just flies through the sky, dominating land, sea, and air. Megalodon getting the best air. No one does big air like Ashley Sanford, and look at her go old school with these donuts, just digging up the track. Nowhere is safe when Megalodon is on the attack. Oklahoma City. It's time to make some noise for the black and green wrecking machine, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Oklahoma City scoring is now open. Locking those scores for Matt Cody in Gravedigger. So as we take a look here, obviously the run cut a little bit short. Now Matt Cody did complete 15 seconds, so he will get a score. But as you can see up on the screen, the smoke coming out of the truck, we saw some fluids dripping out of the bottom. But what do you expect from a driver like Matt Cody, who's going to push that truck to its limits every single time he's on that track, folks? Let's hear it for him for giving us all this truck has got. Those scores are locked. The score for Gravedigger is 6.820. We take a look back at what happened here in these big, high-impact, big air jumps, rattling that big Monster Jam truck. Was able to hold out through most of the day, but look at this landing here. You could see it took a chunk of dirt out of the pod there, and then it just could not go any further. Again, another shot of this, but you see just the kind of aggression that Matt Cody brought to his run and his attempt to really go for that #1 spot in the freestyle competition. So we're going to take a quick look up at the leaderboard here. Monster Mutt Dalmatian still #1 in the freestyle competition with a 9.706. El Toro Loco behind him with an 8.588. Very close behind him, Megalodon, 8.494. Thunder Roarus in 4th. And then Gravedigger, Earthshaker, and Velociraptor in the final spots. We still have one more competitor, and it's Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. Tim Hall Jr., no stranger to freestyle. And Oklahoma City, we have to do a quick safety hold check. We can't have anything on any of the plastic around the arena here. So if your feet are up on the red or blue plastic, or if you have any items, we're going to need you to take those off of the safety holds. That is a safety requirement before we can get going. So if we just have everyone remove any arms, legs, or items on the plastic, then we can get the show back on the road. Thank you, OKC. That means it's time to get this thing going again as we bring out Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. Scoring is now open. Lock 'em in for Tim Hall Jr. in Jurassic Attack. I think it shows you just how tough the competition is here in Arena Championship Series West, with how much these drivers are putting on the line to try to get those scores, as Tim Hall Jr. pushed it as far as he could in Jurassic Attack. One of the very best, as we see the scores are locked, and the score for Jurassic Attack is 7.741. That is good enough for 4th place. That means your overall champion and your freestyle winner, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Blake Granger. Oklahoma, get the brooms out because we got a clean sweep from Blake Granger in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. After a tricky run earlier on today, Blake Granger came back, man, on a mission. Blake Granger said this is Loud City. He wants to hear as loud as you can get. Let's hear some barking for Monster Mutt. Now, Karina Encarnacion, you've been chatting with him all day, but let's hear one more time from the man, Blake Granger.
Blake Granger, what a way to turn around your weekend. The afternoon didn't go the way you planned it, but you definitely made a staple here tonight. Clean sweep. What is going through your mind right now?
Man, you know, first time ever here in OKC, and I can't thank you guys enough for coming out and supporting Monster Jam and showing me a good time. You know, I was on the news Friday morning, and they kept telling me, Loud City, Loud City. I think you guys lived up to it, and I want to hear you guys get loud again. Yeah. But hey, Monster Jam, man, the best in the world. And I want to give a big thanks to these two guys right here. When we started this morning, our world flips upside down. We didn't know what was going on. But you know what? We looked at each other and we said, we're not done yet. We put our heads down, we got to work, and we brought the baddest truck in the world right here to OKC. Clean sweep, race and win, 2-wheel skills win, freestyle win, backflip to moonwalk. And it's a testament to these guys right here. But hey, happy Valentine's Day to my love. Big shout out to my motocross family for coming out and supporting. And big thank you to you guys. OKC, where my dog's at? Hoo, hoo.
OKC, what an incredible event here at Paycom Center. We had a great time. Blake Granger just ran it bell to bell, win after win after win. That's a comeback story for those who watched our event earlier today. Coming back, showing what makes Blake Granger so great. But we're not done here in OKC. We know you get loud, so we're going to be back tomorrow for our 3rd and final event. If you're here in OKC, make sure to check us out and come here live. If you're not in OKC, we'll see you on YouTube. So we want to see you out there in the comment section, in the chat. We'll see you there. Thank you so much, Oklahoma City, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.